We are in the middle of a Memecoin super cycle, as a lot of people are calling it, and a lot of L1s are starting to explode in value in response to this. This is being recorded in mid-November of 2024. And Hedera has really been exploding in value. A lot of TVL is flowing onto the chain. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to deploy your own meme coin or any sort of token using Hedera's native HTS, Hedera token services. Ideally, even if you don't know much programming, you should be able to deploy one with customizability in 5 minutes or less. So that's going to be the goal of this tutorial. We're going to deploy a meme coin called Lemonbird, an ode to Lehman Baird. And maybe in doing so, we'll discuss some of the cool features of HTS, which is this tokenization feature built natively into hashgraph. It's a little bit different from something like an ERC20 token, which is smart contract driven. And maybe we'll explain some of those nuances as we dive into this. We're in a new directory in VS Code here, and the first thing we're going to do is install the hashgraph SDK with this command here, npm install @hashgraph/SDK. I've pasted some code in here. It's really quite simple code. I've got a function here called create token. We are setting up a transaction struct right here, this token create transaction. We're setting the token name, the symbol to bird, so Lemonbird, bird, setting it as 6 decimals. The initial supply here, we're setting it as a common fungible token as the type. And then this account is just something that you're going to go to portal.hedera.com/dashboard and set up a testnet account, assuming you're deploying this on the testnet. And you can just put your account ID here. I'll put all of this on GitHub, and your hex encoded private key here. Set whatever name you want, whatever symbol/ticker you'd like, and simply press enter. And I've gone ahead and done that. After running that previous script, it will log your token's ID. I'm also including this simple little token query script, so you can paste that token ID where it says set token ID. I specifically am not showing my key in this because I'm going to go run this. Always be careful of where you're going to be placing your private keys. This is sort of a burner account, but I still don't want to show it. But then I can just run node token query.js, and we will get all of testnet Lemonbird's information. If we look here, we have the token info. We can see its name, its symbol, the decimals, all the supply information. Maybe we'll get into some of these admin key and supply key and all of that a little bit later. For example, the supply key is a special key attribute that can change the total supply or mint and burn tokens. The admin key is sort of the overall HTS administrator, but I just want this to be super simple for anyone that wants to simply deploy a token. Something else cool we can do, we can grab that token ID and throw it into hashscan, making sure that we have testnet put in our browser. So we're pointing at the testnet, and we can see all of the information in a nice GUI related to Lemonbird here. Nice and organized. You can either use that script that I'll be posting to GitHub, or you can use hashscan. That about wraps things up. I thought I'd end this on some discussion on when you'd want to use HTS and when you might want to deploy something like a smart contract based token on Hedera, which is completely possible. You can use the EVM compatibility to deploy a standard ERC token, ERC20, any of the ERC tokens. And I just wanted to discuss some of the differences I've noticed. For example, I would encourage you to check out the Hedera token service docs that are available. They really have great documentation, go into deep detail on everything. But a few interesting things reside in those keys that I had alluded to earlier. There is a supply key, an admin key, etc. These keys currently only seem to be able to be passed to other accounts. And what do I mean by that? With an EVM, you have EOA accounts, externally owned accounts, which is your key pair, your private key, public key, and you have contract accounts. And those are the accounts associated with the smart contract. It seems as though you are unable to pass those rights. Like say you have a token that's deployed that has an admin key and a supply key. Currently, you can set the supply key to a contract, but you cannot set the admin key to a contract. So if you're really wanting to do something complex and interesting with your token, you're probably going to want to opt to deploy something like an ERC20 token, where you can have a contract be the admin, which can in turn set other values, update values. That's one thing to be cognizant of. If you're doing something advanced where you want to be having a smart contract govern the logic of things happening with this token, you probably are going to want to opt to do a smart contract based token instead of using HTS. But if you're just deploying a simple token, a simple fungible token for some sort of rewards, for a meme coin, for learning purposes, there really are few things that are as simple as Hedera token services to programmatically deploy it. I'll be sharing my scripts here. I'm sure there are tons of scripts available, and it really is a phenomenal service offered by Hedera.